Welcome back to another basement finishing video. Today I am going to be installing the flooring in the gym. This is the stuff I'm installing. It is interlocking rubber top foam mats. Each box contains 48 square feet. They are 1/2 inch. They look like this. And I got 5 boxes worth. They had pretty good reviews. I bought them on Amazon. They were about $125 per box, which I think is pretty decent. It should be nice and forgiving underneath your feet if you're jumping around doing calisthenics or lifting weights or whatever it is. But let's get this stuff put in. Let's unbox one of these things and see what's inside. So that's what's inside. We have a nice black foam with a rubber top, and it has the gray flex, which will match the paint nicely. And yeah, that's what it looks like. Let's get this stuff unboxed and start putting it in. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I post videos pretty much once a week, sometimes a couple times a week, and it's anything from me working around the house to working on my cars. Lots of good information for you guys if you're interested in that kind of thing. Alright, as you can see how these go together, they just snap together like this. But because I spent so much time making sure that my walls were 90 degrees, these are fitting nice and perfect. Right up to the edge. Beautiful. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start installing this whole stack of them here, and I'll pick it up as I get a little bit further along. Quick progress update. We're probably halfway through. This stuff is pretty great. Let me grab one of them, I'll show you what I'm talking about. 1/2 inch thick. But if you can see right on here, just this piece right here is rubber. The rest of it is foam, which is really nice because it has a nice amount of give. So if you're running around doing a bunch of stuff, this should be nice and cushy underneath your feet. Which is also really nice too is that the gray speck really matches really well with the gray on the walls. That was a little bit unexpected, but that's pretty nice. Once I get to the end, a little bit right here, just gonna have to trim off an edge and then have it tuck up underneath the door jamb, or right here in between the door frame. But this is looking nice. I might have to walk on this really quick. You can see if I can get close enough, but these are kind of tucked in a little bit, and I might just grab, I might just use my bare socks or something in order to walk right on the seam to tuck everything in. But as you can see, everything is coming together really nicely. You can't really tell unless you get up close that these seams are here. And I'm just tapping them in. I'm not really, not really spending a whole lot of time pushing those seams in really closely. Yeah, but this is really exciting. It's starting to look good. Alright, I'll give you my opinion when we're all done here. So this piece is 2 feet by 2 feet, and I have a spot that goes around this corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut, so I have this piece going around this corner right here. So first I'm going to do 2 measurements. First measurement is going to be from here to here, and then from here to here, so that way I know which bit to cut out from there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my square and put it up flush against this piece of trim, and then I'm going to take a measurement to the edge right here. So I'm going to use my fingers to hold this up, and then take a measurement right to the edge of this, which is 20 7/8. All right, I'm going to do another measurement on this end to here, and that one is at 21. So what I'm going to do is right here on this end, I'm going to cut to 21, and then on this end, I'm going to cut to 20 7/8. Then I'm going to take a measurement right here. And that one is at 8.5. So now, from here, I'm going to go 8.5 up from the edge. I'm going to use my black Sharpie to make a mark. So I'm going to go up to 8.5, which is right here. It's hard to see, but you can actually tell because it's shiny. All right, so from this edge at 8.5, I'm going to mark it at 21. Now I got my knife. I put a brand new blade on this so that it will be nice and sharp. Now I'm going to line these up. Right here and right here. And I'm going to score it. Going to cut the 8.5 inch. Then I'm going to score that one. Now, as you can see, I can peel this back. I'm just going to finish cutting it now through the foam. And as you can see, it's got a nice flush edge right to the side. Well, here you have it. Finished product. I estimated the flooring perfectly. I had one full square and probably a couple of extra pieces. But that's it. I'm gonna go get a roller and roll all the seams so that way it hides some of the way that the seams are made up. But wow, first room in the basement completed. Although not completely finished. I have to terminate those wires and then put that faceplate on, but then that'll be done. All right, there you have it. Gym's all finished. I'll put a link down in the description to the flooring that I used. So far it looks pretty great. Here's the tools that I used. So I've got a blade, a Sharpie, and then this framing square. I used that to make measurements off of the wall, as you can see, all the way around. Wall looks good. I made measurements all the way up to the door. Got everything tucked under the door nice. All the way through, all the way around. So this edge and this edge, I actually left these on, so it's all the way up to the edge using those, using the edge that it came with, but it actually worked perfectly. So I didn't have to cut for 2 whole sides of the floor, or for 2 whole sides of the room. But once I got back to that, and then all the way around here, I had to actually make measurements and then cut so that the door, or so that the mat was all the way up to the edge. And then I cut it so that the flooring was hidden underneath the door. So that way, from wherever you're standing in here, you see this flooring. And then this transition will be set so that when we have this carpeted, this transition will be set for that. Overall, not a too bad install. The majority of the floor went together in probably about 10 minutes, but then most of the actual difficult work was making all the measurements and then getting those set into the corners, especially up and around where the door frames are. But it turned out really good. I'm really pleased with how that worked. It's about $700 for the floor. I'll put the exact number when I put it in here. I'll put the exact number in. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.